is a combative art of self-defense and survival roots in the Malay archipelago, or it has been known as a collective term for a class of indigenous martial arts from the Nusantara and the surrounding geoculture areas of Southeast Asia. It is traditionally practiced in Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Sultan Thailand, Sultan Philippines, and Sultan Vietnam. In Malaysia, there are more than 150 known silat styles whose name derive from natural elements such as animals and plants. Traced back to the early days of the Langkasuka Kingdom, silat has evolved into a fine practice of physical and spiritual training, also encompassing traditional Malay attire, silat musical instruments, and customs. There are many styles of silat inspired by the movement of human anatomy, nature, and animals. For example, silat harimau. Silat harimau involves an aesthetic rhythmic motion imitating the art of self-defense and attack of the tiger. Originally, Malay silat was practiced by warriors as noble enforcers of justice, but nowadays, practitioners consist of masters, gurus, teachers, and students who are responsible for maintaining the practice. And today, Silat Malaysia is a very well-known martial art form throughout the world. Also, silat is a performing art where it can be divided into several types. First is dual silat. In this type, the rival can be either one group against another or between individuals performing either real combat or an entertaining performance for the audience. Next, we have the ritual silat frequently used during shamanic ceremonial rites and performance. For example, the ritual silat is an integral part of the healing rites of Main Puteri, featuring an unarmed duel performed by a warrior shaman accompanied by a war tune. However, Main Puteri is a traditional ritual medical from Kelantan. We also have silat dance. Silat dance aims to emphasize the dramatic features of the silat's movement, poses, and transitions. This type of silat includes both solo and pair performance and comes with elegant dance-like sequences performed with the accompaniment silat music. Besides being known as a martial art, it can be seen as traditional art. And yes, it is like silat dance. For example, the Pencak Silat dance was performed on the traditional art stage in 2016. Like other forms of traditional martial arts, silat is also popularly incorporated in a variety of non-combative activities, for example, major sporting events, physical education, or in more spontaneous performance like in wedding silat, highly choreographed performance like in traditional theatres and demonstrations, as well as in dance and drama, often accompanied by traditional Malay music.
Next, the silat performance are always accompanied by a type of music called martial arts drums, gendang silat. Normally performed by a small orchestra, the music serves to energize the performance and heighten the engagement of the audience in silat competitions and demonstrations for wedding receptions, official occasions, as well as for combat scenes in dramatic performance such theatres. The music includes a pair of gendang barrel-shaped drums of two sizes, the larger of the pair called as the mother drum, pengibu, and the smaller one as the chai, penganak. Included in the group is a hanging knop gong that may vary in size, shape, and material construction. The gendang play loud rhythm in interlocking style, accenting specific beats. On every other beat, the knop gong is struck with a padded beater. Melodies are played using a reef aerophone called serunai. It is generally blown using a circular or continuous breathing technique and provides a lively melodic line in 8 and 16 notes movement throughout the silat performance. The music is polyphonic and features a melodic line, percussive rhythmic patterns, and a periodic gong unit played on the single gong. It begins in a slow tempo and accelerates until the performance climax.
Safeguarding that has been carried out by the convention is very important and must be maintained for the safety of intangible cultural heritage. This is because we can see one of the purposes of this convention is to raise awareness at the local, national, and international levels of the importance of the intangible cultural heritage and of ensuring mutual appreciation thereof. As we know, this martial art is for self-defense, so it should be maintained and preserved for future generations so that they can learn to defend themselves from the enemies out there, thereby maintaining our tradition of the Malays forever. Also, by learning silat, they are not only can learn self-defense, but it can provide health in terms of physical and mental. So, this is why we need to take care of our intangible cultural heritage to ensure it will not be eliminated just like that. And I think if there is no safeguarding of the silat, my generation and next generation will not know and didn't have the opportunity to learn about martial arts.